So a giant, huh? Apparently. Jack and Piper looked up at their destination, a gigantic tower that pierced the heavens. Although tower is a bit too mundane, this looked more like a mechanical version of a beanstalk. Various different metals, rubbers, and polymers that we currently don't have, coiling together in a way that at the surface looked haphazard, but the higher up you got, the more cohesive and beautiful they became. This structure was protected on all sides by, near the bottom, massive mountains that have been pulled straight out of the ground, and higher up, weather patterns that circulated around it, keeping the top of this tower permanently at the eye of the hurricane. With a Piper's scrat scurried into his pack, but Piper was much less deterred, simply tuning his lute as he asked Jack, "So we gonna kill it?" "Well, no. No. We're not going to kill it, Piper. We're going to study it, analyze it, take in its beauty, and then yes, probably kill it. But there we go. That's not the point of why we do this. It's just what, typically ends up happening." You say that, but if someone keeps playing the same tune time after time again, eventually, Piper, noticing Jack's hair standing on end, decided to save this frequent argument for after the danger had passed, and instead deflected to a different point of conversation. "So, how do we know it's a giant?" "Well," Jack said, pulling out a well-worn bag from her pouch, it's beanstalk and giants, beanstalks, the two kind of go hand in hand. You would know all about that, wouldn't you?" Piper said with a joking expression that contained just a hint of disdain as he pointed to the bag that Jack had pulled out. "Ha, ha," Jack mockingly laughed, pulling out a single glimmering bean from the pouch. "I'm just saying, Jack, it's not a lot to go off of." "Yeah, well, it's more than we normally have to go off of. And to be honest, thanks to someone, we have a bit of a reputation. So really, we just gotta walk in, explore it, say the problem solved, and everyone can go back to putting their heads in the sand." "Right," a somber Piper replied, "because there's no way for them to see what you see." "Unfortunately not, but I suppose that's the way randomness works," Jack said, pulling a bean out of her pouch and throwing it into her mouth. Jack had a long history with these beans, a history that we may get into at a later point, but for now, all you need to know is that the beans turned this Jack into a nano. Hi, Cubo again. Honoring the randomness of the role-playing games that inspired Future in a Flash, we will occasionally be rolling dice. Specifically, we will be rolling a 20-sided dice. 1 to 5 means the person fails badly. 6 to 10 means they somewhat fail. 11 to 15 means they somewhat succeed. And 16 to 20 means they succeed greatly. At the beginning of next session, Kyle will roll a 20-sided dice to see how well Jack's magic works. But before we do that, we need to figure out what the magical effect of the bean is. In the replies, please list the magical effect that you would like the bean to have. No answer is a wrong answer. We will then put all those answers on our Discord, and the one with the most votes, counted by how many people reply with the Cubo emoji, that's me, will be what the effect of the bean is.